right. Bucks lead the series 3-2. Nick, let's talk captain. The most expensive option by far is Giannis, to be expected at 19,200, followed by D-Book at 15,600. Do you have to captain Giannis, or could you save some cash with Booker?
I mean, if you're looking for just pure upside, Giannis is the play. He's not that much more expensive than a guy like Booker or Chris Middleton, a difference of about 4,000. So you're paying up, certainly, but you're also getting a guy who's had an incredible statistical floor in this series. He has 240 in 10 games already. And it feels like he didn't even play all of that well in games 4 and 5, where, Chris Middleton was the guy who stepped up late. Drew Holiday, of course, stepped up in game 5. And Giannis is one of those guys where it feels like sometimes he's not having this massive effect on the game. And all of a sudden you look up at the end of the third quarter and he has 29 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He just has such a high floor that you really can't go wrong captaining him. If you pay up, obviously you have some tougher decisions to make further down on your roster, but you're not going to get a 0 or feel like you made the wrong choice at the captain spot. I also like Chris Middleton, though. If you want to save a little bit of money, you could captain Chris Middleton. You could still roster Giannis in a regular spot, and then you could fit in one more like semi-elite player before you have to dig deep and kind of take your chances with the role players.
All right, Matt, what do you think? Who are you going to go with as your captain?
So I think it kind of depends on the lineup you're building. So I think Giannis at captain will be a very popular pick. He always is, at least throughout this series, with the exception of game 1, where we weren't sure about his health. But the lineup that has Giannis, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton in it, who I think are a bit underpriced, like that combination of players is just going to be so popular from the field that the only way I want to play Giannis at captain is if I'm playing for a blowout. And I know that's probably not what people want to hear for game 6 of the NBA Finals, but if you play Giannis at captain with a bunch of cheaper guys in Milwaukee and maybe don't have Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton in the lineup, I feel like that's the only way a Giannis captain lineup will be different enough for a really big tournament. But if I have to pick a guy, I think Chris Middleton actually is a really good choice. The way I've viewed captain throughout the series is I'm basically looking for the lowest owned captain among the top 6. So not going too far off the board, but you have 3 great players on each team, and whoever looks like they'll be the lowest owned, as kind of silly as that sounds, I think that's the best strategy for just finding a different GPP lineup. So Middleton, I think, has to be that guy because Holiday had a big game last game. Paul and Ayton are underpriced. Booker's been the guy on Phoenix that has taken over the offense in recent games. He could be a little bit lower owned too. So I think Middleton and Booker would be my 2 favorites, but I'll go with Middleton as the preferred option.